Class is now open, and I'm going to talk now about installing a bifold door and how to go about figuring out where these go and how this all works. I'm not going to actually put them in right now. I'm just going to show you the basics so that you understand what's going on here. Initially I took these down. I took them out into the garage, I painted them, I painted everything in the condo. And when I did that, I left some of the hardware of the existing doors here. And like I say, I'm going to put the existing doors up, but I was having issues with the top little wheels and different things that were broken and stuff. And so I wanted to explain what's going on here. Okay, now these are the old door feet. Okay, when I painted everything, I made sure I didn't recalk the holes, because that's going to go back in. See, it's going to go like that, and I'm going to screw it back in. Well, I'm not going to use the old brackets. I'm gonna end up using the new ones. And I'm going to show you, I wanted to show you the difference of why I'm going to do that, okay? Here, let's just talk about this one here. You see this bottom thing, there's a bolt on there, and there's a nut on the back side, and there's a plastic goodie here, and I see there's a plastic one on the old one, on this one too, for the other side, because it's a double door set, okay? Fits over there. Well, these things broke, and in the old days there used to be this plastic thing that went around, and then there was a slight little oblong area here where the bottom of the door, this goes into the bottom of the bifold door, fit into that plastic slot. Then if you wanted to adjust that, let's say if your door, if you wanted it closer to the edge, or you wanted it further the other way, in order to slide it, you'd have to undo that nut with a very thin little wrench that came with the bifold doors, or you'd have to take the doors down and do it so that you could move it. And you loosen this up, and then you slide the plastic sleeve back and forth and then tighten it up. Well, that was a pain in the rear. But if that's the kind you have, that's how you're going to have to do it. Well, now in the new days, you see all those little splines on the side there, see there? And this is the old one. It fits right on there. So if you wanted to adjust the door, you would lift up on the door, slide it over, and pop it down. Slide it over, pop it down. You see what I mean? This one looks like the old one, had little splines, see? But they didn't use them, did they? They use this nut. Now, if you have some old ones, let's say, and you have this nut and you got the little splines there, maybe, and if that's broken, maybe you can take that off and just use this bracket with those splines. And I think that would work. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they did that, okay? So there's the first thing. And when I decided to go to the store and get some new brackets and stuff, this is what you can get at the store. See, it all comes for one door. Here's bifold door, and this is called a repair kit. You see? And that's enough for one bifold door. Now, the funny thing is, too, and see, I got enough for two bifold doors, so here's all my new parts. You see? Here's my new parts. It's got the wheel for the top. It's got this little top thing. And the thing, I'll talk about that in a minute, okay? Let's just talk about the old one here, okay? So on the door, this was the top wheel, and then it also comes with one of these little goodies. And at the top, on most bifold doors, you're going to see a slide rail like this, then you're going to see this little thing here with the screw in it. You're like, okay, what's that for? Well, the top of the door obviously has this little goodie, and you're supposed to be able to depress it like that, and then it fits right in there, see? Now, if you need to slide the door to the right or to the left, you would undo that nut, that screw, and then this top thing slides on this rail where the groove is, okay? So you loosen that up, slide that over a little bit, tighten it up. You see what I mean? Very, very easy once you know how everything works, right? Well, for a double door set, at the bottom, you want the doors to line up properly, and this one didn't have it, but the new kit had it. You got these little goodies. So one of these gets screwed on the back side of one door, and one gets screwed on the other side of the other door. So when it fits, they kind of lock together and make it so that you can fit them. Okay, so I'm going to show you at the top of this a little bit more. Let's get my little ladder out. I'll get you up there. And so see, this happened to be the one that I didn't take the pieces out, and I can see, you see how this is kind of going up at an angle, and this is sticky. Look at that. Won't even hardly go down. That was the old ones, and you see this is supposed to spring back and forth, and it's coming up at an angle and stuff, and it's just because it's like 15 years old. So this fits in that little groove, right? And then that's your wheel. And then at the bottom, you got the same thing. You got a little plastic anchor for this bottom threaded screw. And since I'm talking about it, and since you're interested in it, let's go ahead and lower this door down so you can see that. Now, Joe, the question might be, Joe, why don't you just use the old hardware? Well, because those were sticking, and I thought I might as well go ahead and get the other. Good enough for both doors, right? Make it look all brand new. And so at the bottom, you got a hole on both sides. Well, that's because if it's on the left side, you're going to put your plastic anchor there. The right side is over here, and that anchor comes with your kit. See, it's got female threads in there, and you take that and you screw that in there. So see, in all likelihood, could I reuse that bottom one? Yeah, I could if I wanted. And then if you want to adjust the doors, let's say you got your doors up there and you want it adjusted up higher or lower, you would lift this up from the bottom because the top has that spring-loaded little catch, and then you would just screw this in a little bit, that much. Or you want it a little bit higher, screw it out. And what I should have done, dabbity nabbit, I should have left one of these in there, or I should have remembered where it was. But see, I took it out initially and I put screws. That's what I did. This was out, but I think I might be able to tell how far it was in there. I took this out, and when I got ready to paint, I put some screws in here and let it stick up off of the floor so I could get my roller down there without it hitting the ground. That's what I ended up doing. But I can see, I think it was screwed in that far. Do you see what I mean? If I look at both of them, let's see. You see, that's probably where that one was screwed in too. Chances are it was screwed into there, not there. Do you see what I mean? So that'll kind of give me an idea when I get ready to screw the new ones in. Okay? And here's the important thing to realize. Okay? At the store or at your hardware, you're going to have something like this at the top, right? Well, not all of them have your anchor this small. Okay, I've seen some that are way bigger than this, and if you don't know that, you go to the store, oh yeah, I know what to get. I get those parts. I send VideoJoe's video on it and stuff, and I'll just get one of these kits, and you come back and son of a gun, this one is way too small, or your hole in your door is way too small for the other one, for this one, okay, or for the other one you get. Follow me here. These holes are this big, so it's only going to take this size. Well, in other bifold doors, that hole is bigger, and it takes a different size, the bigger one of this. So if you get the bigger one at the store and you come back, obviously it's not going to fit in that hole, is it? Or vice versa. You got a big hole there, and you get a small one like this at the store, and it's not going to fit. And you're going to be like, oh brother, what do I do now? You don't want to glue it in, because then your mastic could get on the inside of that. You don't really want to drill this hole bigger to allow for the bigger one. Just get the right size. But I know for a fact that they have two sizes. Okay, that's the main thing I wanted you to know. And then see, it comes with this little goodie here. And the only reason why you would use that, now see up here they have a double goodie. See how wide that is? And it's probably designed to fit for that double door. Maybe I don't need to use this one little small one at all, but it's got some little clips in it, and then it fits in that little clip groove there. You fit it in there on one side, and then you push it up and snap it in there. And so I don't think I'm going to need this if I use this longer one. Does that make sense? We'll just have to see. Okay, and so at the store, and here's my old knobs. Now they're nicely painted, and when you get the new knobs, obviously they're not painted at all, are they? Now if you have a stain grade bifold door, you can stain this to match, or you can use your old handles. I don't really want to paint these new handles, so could I put those in? Yeah, I could put those in on the door, but I'm going to show you something else I'm going to do, which is pretty cool. And I should have brought them up here, but I didn't. They're down here, and I'm getting ready. I'm going to be putting this in here. I've been getting this condo ready to sell, and I've got all kinds of videos on everything I've done inside this condo. Go to my YouTube playlist on my main channel page and click on playlists, scroll down to Condo Rehab or Condo Reno or something. Okay, so here's the knobs. I'll show you the white one. Here's the one that was before. Okay, and I could reuse those. Now here's the other one. Okay, that came with the kit. I'm not going to use that in my. Well, I decided at the store I'm gonna use this. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I'm gonna put those on instead of this. That's my thought, anyways. And the silly thing is, sometimes when you get these at the store, okay, they come in a little package. Obviously, you can get all kinds of ones like this, but generally they give you two lengths of screws. Well, this one only gave me one, and this is as long as the screw is. Can you believe that? And obviously, it's not going to fit. It's not going to fit here because the door is 1 3/8 wide, and this screw is only 1 1/4 long. So luckily I have some longer screws that'll work. But like I say, sometimes in the plastic bags they give you a short screw and they give you a long screw. And I don't think, see, I thought maybe I could just use the screws from the old one, but I can't because those are wood threads. This is wood threads and this is machine threads because it's going into metal instead of a wood handle. I can't use those screws. So, you know, you just have to think about stuff like that. So when I get all done, all said and done, isn't that going to look pretty? And the reason why I did that was because when I got this condo all ready to paint and stuff, we painted everything. I took the doors out into the garage I took the door handles off, the hinges off, the strike plate off, painted everything, and then we put on new hinges, the nickel finish instead of, we had bright brass, bright brass, and bright brass. We even changed the door stops to nickel. Okay, change that to nickel, change this to nickel, change that to nickel, change the light fixtures to nickel finish, and their LEDs. See the nickel finish kind of look. Here's another one we did with the nickel finish look, and everything in here is pretty much has nickel finish or stainless steel. See, here's the handles, nickel finish. Here, nickel finish, nickel finish, nickel finish. Stainless, not stainless steel, but just shiny finish there. And this is a nickel finish. Do you see the tone we're going for? Everything we got nickel finish. So I thought, and because these are LEDs and it's that nice color. Let's get these down. And you can't really see it as much, but it just kind of has a shininess to it. And I thought, oh, wouldn't that be cool? Okay, so I'm going to do that too. Okay, so that's kind of the quick and dirty on how your bifold door system works. See, here's the old one on this side, and I don't know if you can get these separate at the store. I know they don't come in the kit. Okay, and this top rail should be fine. If your top rail is smashed and bent over, hopefully you can bend it back into shape. You may have to take the screws out, and there'll be surface mounted screws in here that you can take those out. See, there's one missing there, and there's one missing there. They just never put them in initially, so I'm not going to worry about it. You know, there's plenty in here to hold, and that, if you have to bend it back into shape, you can take it down, then you can take a pair of pliers, refashion it, and see if you can't reuse that. If you can't reuse that, then you're probably going to have to buy the whole hardware kit, and I don't know if you can do that at the store or not. Maybe so, because usually that comes with your bifold door set. And lots of times this will be mashed over right in here where somebody's been messing around with that, or this may not tighten up because you got to rebend this back into place, and to bend that back you got to slide this over, and then rebend everything. Like I say, it'll probably best to take it down and get it refinished. But this fits up in those grooves too. You can take these out. I've done it before. It's kind of tricky. Undo that screw and then monkey around with it and stuff. But see, I've not touched these. So this is pretty much set. The bottom ones obviously are not going to be set because these had been broken from years ago. And so that's why I'm going to use my new ones with the screws. And see, with that here, I installed this new carpet. Do I really have to put a long screw in this one through the carpet? I don't really have to. I could push this down like that and put those two screws in and leave this other screw out if I want. But more than likely, I'll probably put it in. When I put it in, you have to remember, most carpet has an action back on it. You don't want to just put your screw in there and run it down, because you could zip a line out. Now here, I don't really have to worry about that because this is a different type of carpet. It's got a different carpet pad on it. It's got kind of a felt padding. Isn't that kind of cool? And that's designed so you don't get strands being pulled out and zipping all the way across your room. So I'm not really going to be too concerned about it. But I'm going to take a scratch awl after I screw this in. You know, the two there, I'm going to take a scratch awl here, pound it in there, take this out, put the scratch awl in, run it back and forth, you know, to make the hole a little bit bigger through the carpet. And then I'm just going to be careful when I put that screw in, and this has wood subfloor on it, so there's no concrete down there. If you have a concrete floor, then maybe when you took this one out, maybe you can still find the hole down through your carpet and that kind of thing, okay? All right, so that's pretty much it for that. I'm gonna make a separate video on my progress on installing these doors. I don't know, I've had lots of different things to do throughout this condo, getting it ready to be sold, and I've let this go and let this go and let this go. For some reason, it's just like, I don't want to mess with that just yet. I've been kind of procrastinating about it a little bit, but I'm sure it's going to go okay. And here's the other thing I've got to deal with. There used to be a regular washer and dryer side by side. We ended up taking those out, put a stacking washer and dryer in there. See, it gives us all this extra room. Isn't that kind of cool? You can put some hangers up here, some shelving, or something else, that a bar across there to hang up stuff, or you can put one of those accordion type of things where you put your different clothes to dry, the stuff that you don't want to have in the dryer. And because it's in a condo, we only had so much room, so I decided to do that. I don't think these are any thicker, deeper than the other, but you see, I barely have enough room to slide through there without it hitting the door. But I'm sure I can get it to fit, and because we did it that way, here you've got this, the aluminum ducting that goes through here, that hooks up over here, and see, I got enough clearance there to be able to push this further back up against the wall. Worst case scenario, I could indentate the aluminum right here to get it pushed up against this. You know, so I need another inch or so through there, and then I should be fine. Okay, so if you want to watch that, that'll be on a different video. Look for it on my channel. Here we are in my favorite place, the bathroom. And I had made a previous video under Condo Rehab about trying to get these pesky glass doors clean. You can clean and clean and clean and clean, and I don't care what you use, it always is going to look like you've got marks on the doors. And I showed you a couple different ways how to do it. I took a razor blade to it, and that took off, if you got a whole lot of stuff, that took off some. And I also used some simple green and a scouring pad. I also did that. That got off some too. You can use elbow grease until the cows come home. And then you can buy some stuff. You can buy stain remover stuff in a little tub at the hardware store. I don't know. I've never tried that. I don't know if it would work or not. And funny thing, the other day, I got a call. Well, I got a message on my YouTube channel where I show how to clean a toilet with a pumice stone. You know, the inside ring around the collar and stuff. And she said, funny thing, you can use a wet pumice stone and get off the hard water marks on your glass doors. Now, look how clean this glass door is. I don't even know if you can see any marks on it now. Okay? And it used to look like this over here. I'm hoping you can see that. I'm hoping you can see that, how it's discolored. There's marks on the door, on the glass, and it's all discolored there. And I'm going to show you how to clean that. Let's see if I can't. I know I have to do this over here in the shower. Let's see if this glass door shows up better on the video. I can see all of the film stuff all over. Now, granted, I haven't washed this glass door yet, but I have a feeling once I clean it all, I'm still going to see a haze on it from the hard water. Well, if you want to know an easier way to do it, and it's not very expensive either, stick around and I'll show you on this video. All right, Joe, what's the secret? What's the $100,000 question? Answer to the question. Kaboom. Steel wool. Now this pack happens to be a multi-grade. It includes 3 grades. And I've been using this one here. I have no idea how they're going to tell you which grade. Maybe the coarse is the top one, and middle, medium, fine. But I just took the first one out of this bag. This thing cost me, flexible abrasive steel wool, multi-grade. That cost me, oh, I don't know, $3. And the trick with this stuff is you want to get it wet a little bit. And that's all I'm going to do. Now you're not going to be able to see me exactly do this, you know, but I'm just going to get some of it wet. And you can see I've been using it. I've used this for the rest of this glass door. The edge of this inside panel on both sides, and this outside, both sides, this outside, both sides. That glass looks like it's brand new, even though it's 20 years old. And it used to have all this hard water marks on it. You just take this and just start wiping it. Use some good old elbow grease, and you'll be able to tell when you get it off, because you'll feel that it's nice and smooth. But then when you hit it, you're going to feel a little abrasive there. And I'm just doing it in circular motions. And I did most of the glass on the inside of this already. And I'm even going to go on the outside of that little stainless steel nib right there. And work it so that you can see in the light that it's coming off. And you're just going to want to put some elbow grease on there and wipe it around, okay? I mean, it's not rocket science here, but if you don't know the proper thing to use, the good old steel wool, you may be questioning and racking your head, how am I going to get that stuff off? Now, I'm getting this condo ready to sell. I could have done this a couple years ago when we lived at this condo for about a year. I should have done it. You know how whenever you get ready to sell something, you start cleaning it up then? Like a house or a car. And you never take care of it when you have it. I see there's some right there. Yeah, this door flops around too because there should be a divider piece at the bottom. Somehow it's not on anymore. And you know, if we were gonna still live here and not sell, I would have taken this whole system down. It's only attached with 3 screws. One there, one in the middle, one at the bottom on both sides. Undo that, pull that out. It's attached with silicone. It's only attached with silicone down at the bottom. Scrape all that stuff out, and then I would put a curved shower rod there and be done with it. You know, but as it is, hey, we're not going to do that. I'm just leaving this the way it is. Okay? Let the next person deal with it, or through escrow, I'll tell the realtor what to tell somebody, but he may not have to tell him anything. I was going to tell him, well, yeah, there's hard water marks on there, but if they want, they could take this whole thing down and do exactly what I was saying. And if he says, hey, somebody will buy it if you do that, hey, I don't have a problem with that. I'll do that for him. If it means selling the condo, right? See, once you wipe it, then you can see if you've missed anything. And I'm not sure how well that's going to show up on film, but on camera. But man, that looks like a brand new glass from just being installed. You, like I say, I don't know if you'll see it. Can you see where I stopped right in here? And then it's discolored down in here from here down to there. So I'm going to work on it a little bit more. And then I'm going to look at the doors one last time, give it a good work through, and use my razor blade if I have to, and clean the trim and everything. I've already done that before a couple years ago. You get a little toothbrush, get your simple green in there, go away and have at it for a couple hours, and your doors can look just as clean as that. Okay, I'm gonna spend a few more minutes getting the rest of that off and show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, I'm done. Now trust me, when you think you got it all done, wipe the glass off both sides and then check it some more. Because dabbity nabbit, I thought I had all of it on the other side and I didn't, so I took my steel wool. I've been at it for another 15-20 minutes since I last turned the video camera off and wiped it all down, checked it all out. This stuff looks 100% better than it did. And if I look at it with a fine-tooth comb, I can still see little imperfections here and there, and I could keep rubbing for another half hour if I wanted to get this stuff perfect. Okay, so you can see, hopefully, that it's clean and there's no stray marks anywhere. The steel wool is going to do it. And I used to always think, whenever I got steel wool at the store to do something for commercial work, construction work, and residential and all that kind of stuff, I would get the triple aught. And that's what I was looking for at the store, but they had the multi-grade steel wool. And like I say, I just used this one. I don't know if that was the fine one, the medium one, or the coarse one. Okay, try them out. If you try one and it doesn't seem to do all the work for you, try one of the other ones in the bag. Okay, that bag probably costs less than $3. Okay, and you can get your glass doors looking mighty clean. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos. Yeah, now that I've done such a nice job, I've got this shower to do too. My achy breaky back. Hey, I'll get it. I'll get it. Good Lord. Yeah, that's only half the paper towels I ended up using. And I got it. I got it. I didn't hardly use my razor blade at all, but every once in a while it was good to do that. And I used my steel wool. There it is, sitting in there. And I got it. After I thought I got all of it, then I cleaned it with my Windex. And then, yes, when you think you're done, you won't be done. Because you'll see that there's still some watermarks on there. Okay? And I found a little trick. I ended up just, instead of putting water on this, I would just spray a little bit of Windex on it. And then wipe some more, wipe some more, wipe some more. And one other thing I wanted to tell you, if you're still watching, I hope you are, because the more I talk, the more you learn. At least that's what I have to say. Some people say I go on and on. Get to the point, Joe. I just wasted 5 minutes of my life. Okay, whatever. And the thing I read one place was to get hard watermarks off of glass, steam it off. So if you have a steamer, you know, a little one for clothes or something, or maybe even an iron where you will shoot some steam out, this steam supposedly is supposed to loosen that up and you're supposed to be able to wipe it off. Now I don't have a steamer, or else I would have tried that. But I went and used my elbow grease and used my steel wool, and by golly, I got it. It looks nice. Nice and clean. And mind you, I still have to paint this bathroom. I still have to wash the tiles on the walls, and the tile on the shower floor, and the tile down here. And after I get done painting, then I'll wipe everything down again. And then I'm going to put 2 coats of sealer in the shower, on the counter, and on this floor. But I wanted to at least check and see if the steel wool would work today, because if it didn't work all the way, guess what I would have done? Yes, I would have gone to the store and got a little pumice stone and put some water on it. In fact, I was hoping to try that this time, but I guess you're out of luck. I'll have to try it on another glass window, shower door, bathtub door surround another time, because you know, it's clean now. All right, gotta go. Hey, speaking of steel wool, when I get ready to clean this whole shower door surrounds, all of the gunk up in here and on the sides and down on the bottom, and all the other areas on this shower, I'm going to use that steel wool. I didn't think it would work, but I thought I'm just going to try it on this here, because it's fine steel wool. It's not really going to scratch. I just cleaned this whole thing off using that steel wool, and it's nice, bright, shiny. I also did it around here, and when I get ready to clean the tub, I'll rinse out all the steel wool little bits and pieces and stuff. But there's another tip for you. I'm pretty much done with showing you all the different things I was going to do in the condo still, but there's one other thing I forgot I'm going to have to do, and that's installing 2 towel bars and a little towel ring. I'm going to go ahead and put a towel ring up there. Before, somebody had it setting over here, and I thought, nothing doing. I like them over here next to the mirror, and over here, if you don't have a medicine cabinet or something. Obviously, if you haven't had a medicine cabinet there, I could put the ring here. But see, if I put the ring here, eventually we could put something right here, a surface mounted thing for towels, and a little shelf area that would cover up. See, they had one here before, and if I didn't want that to be shown, I could put a nice rectangular picture right there, or one of those little other cabinets. So another reason why I want to put the towel ring over there. And I was going to get some brand new towel bars and stuff, and this is the old one. They all pretty much match, and so I thought to myself, nothing doing. I need to get this thing done to sell. So I'm gonna go ahead and use what I got. Now I've got a 30-inch and probably an 18 to 24-inch. And I thought, okay, I don't want to put a little one here in case somebody wants to put a cabinet here. And I've got this little section right here, and I'm gonna put the longer one not at regular height, okay? Because then I can't put another one. So I'll put it up a little over 3 feet tall, maybe 40 inches. And then split the difference between the door and the edge of the tile. And then I'll go up another 3 feet, and I'll put the shorter one. And I'll put the shorter one up here, and they can have one towel, or they can have washcloths there, or they can hang, you know, whatever they want there, a bathing suit, whatever. There's also another towel bar there that they can hang. And I've seen some people install one behind the door. Now, if you're going to ever install one behind the door, what you probably want to do is take your door bumper off, take it to the store or something, or measure it, and get a longer one. Did you know they have they have at least 3 different lengths of these, and just the other day I saw one, they had little short stubby ones, and you can even use one of those somewhere else. But right here I would get a really super long one and have it out a little bit further if I was going to put a towel bar behind the door. Lots of times I've seen it where somebody has a towel bar and they have a regular size door bumper, and then the towel bar maybe comes out just beyond the door or something, and then crunch. It's just enough room for it to hit without a towel, and then you got a towel on there, and then all of a sudden the edge of the door hits the towel, bends the towel bar, and you don't want that, okay? So that's another something I'm gonna have to do. And it's easy stuff, and I've got that on my YouTube channel too. If it's not on under, I think I might have them under Condo Rehab, because I installed some downstairs. But if you can't find them, you can always go to my main YouTube channel page, click on playlist, and scroll down to somewhere else, plumbing, bathroom, mini project, something like that. And I've got other ones on showing you how to install towel bars, towel rings, toilet paper holders. In fact, look at this one here. You just lift up on it. You see there? Isn't that cool? And it's got a little slot there, and you just put your towel, your toilet paper on there, and do that. And this is all attached. See? So they got all kinds of stuff at the store. Okay, so that about wraps it up for this time. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos, and I hope you're enjoying these videos on the condo reno, on getting your condo ready to be sold, or getting it ready so that you can move in. Go to my main YouTube channel page, click on playlists, scroll down to Condo Rehab. You'll see all kinds of stuff that I've done throughout this condo, and I'm not done yet. I've still got a couple more things to do, and of course I'll be posting them on my channel so that you can see that, hey, if VideoJoe can do it, and Average Joe, you can do it too.